Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
The early stages of a refiled case on misconduct in public office continues in Superior Court.
Also tonight, the governor speaks on where he stands with deep-sea mining.
And a presentation on what it means to be financially literate.
In sports, in the early morning of the Saipan Marathon. Is that a gazelle?
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
The new Big Arch sauce is so delicious. You'll wonder if they named the sauce after the burger or the burger after the sauce. The Big Arch, the most McDonald's burger yet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When family comes to visit, send them to family. Marianas Trekking, Saipan's original adventure crew, trusted by locals for 25 years. We'll keep them busy. Go-karts, ATVs, buggies, even grotto snorkeling. You? Well, you get your living room back. Or better yet, you can come too. Marianas Trekking, 25 years. Local, trusted, family. Send your family to family. We'll take it from here.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You are watching the Channel 2 News on March the 9th from our studios high up on Capitol Hill.
Former CNMI Homeland Security and Emergency Management officials are back in court today. 46-year-old Dennis James Camacho Mendiola and 38-year-old Justin Paul Ariola Mizutani appear in front of Judge Roberto Naraha in Superior Court this morning. Charges refiled by prosecutor Olga Kelly named Mendiola and Mizutani with a combined 13 felony counts, including misuse of public funds, misconduct in public office, and theft. Prosecutors allege that in 2022, while serving in leadership roles with Homeland Security and Emergency Management, the defendants authorized the transport and use of rental vehicles for private purposes using government funds. Court filings state that the vehicles were shipped from Saipan to Rota aboard chartered vessels carrying government supplies without proper authorization or sufficient appropriations. The government claims that actions resulted in more than $61,000 in losses to the Commonwealth, with additional individual counts citing losses ranging from several thousand to more than $20,000. In court this morning, the two defendants pleaded not guilty.
You know, we're starting over, so we'll see how it goes. With this is early stages, you know, we just entered pleas of not guilty, and we'll see what happens on down the road.
The next status conference is set for April 23rd.
Just this afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola announced that he will not be seeking candidacy in the November 2026 election. In a press release, he states that, quote, "This was not an easy decision for me, but at this time I believe this is the right decision for my family, for the people I serve, and for the office I hold," unquote.
A bipartisan bill to guarantee in-state tuition for CNMI and other territorial students passes the United States House. On March 4th, the United States House of Representatives passed a bipartisan legislation that ensures students from the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, along with Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and American Samoa, can attend public colleges and universities on the U.S. mainland at in-state tuition rates. Sponsored by Guam's U.S. Delegate James Moylan, introduced on December 4, 2025, the bill updates the Higher Education Act of 1965 to require federally funded public institutions to charge eligible territorial students no more than in-state tuition. Out-of-state tuition can be 2 to 3 times higher than in-state rates. This change makes higher education more affordable and accessible for students leaving the islands to pursue degrees. CNMI Congresswoman Kimberly King-Hines, in part, says this is a historic win for the CNMI students. Guaranteeing in-state tuition removes financial barriers and opens doors for our young people to pursue higher education and return home to strengthen our islands. With the passage in the House, Bill H.R. 6472 is now sent to the Senate for consideration.
A course in financial literacy is offered to build smarter money habits for small business incubators. Last week, the Innovation Incubator Program sponsors a one-day workshop to help build a foundation of financial literacy for small business startups. Alan Perez, instructor.
So we actually have business owners here, and we have a lot of business students here. So some of the business students are here because it's within their business program. Some of them want to start new businesses. And then, of course, the business owners have the opportunity to hear a different perspective in terms of how to run a business.
Some of the attendees include members of the incubator program.
So basically, they always say that business is an art and a science. So the science part is obviously the fundamentals. So you can go to business school, we teach in business school, the basics, accounting, finance, marketing, what have you. And then you get to the art side, and the art side is all of the intangibles. What within a particular industry, what are some of the nuances and what are some of the tricks of the trade. And so we put together this workshop, and I'll come in from my background and my experience to be able to work with some of the small businesses and say that maybe you can learn from my experiences.
Mr. Paris recommends finding mentors, whether in a university setting or active business professionals who are willing to share their knowledge about the nuts and bolts of business fundamentals.
A lot of times when we get into business, it's just that transition from a lot of times either having a hobby or having a special interest that now we want to try and figure out how to make money from it. And that's a bigger leap than a lot of people think. Especially like if you're a mechanic, you want to go into a shop. If you're a chef, you want to go into a restaurant. What we're telling the students and the participants here is in order to make that transition, the more fundamentals you might have and the more training or experience that you can hear from other people, then it will just make that transition a lot easier.
We hear from the governor on his stance on deep-sea mining and leasing land in the Marianas. On February 27, representatives from the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management and the United States Department of Interior held meetings in the governor's conference room on Capitol Hill. Although the meeting in the afternoon included leaders of the CNMI, the meeting in the morning was closed off. Outside the office, protesters stood opposed on deep-sea mining. Governor David APATANG stands on the matter.
I didn't know that they're going to be here, but they're protesting Guam, and I think the lady from Guam came over here and organized a protest outside my office. But those guys just came just to brief us a little bit about the program. But I asked them that they need to come back and go to Rota, Tinian, and Saipan and do a better presentation to the community, so they can better understand what's happening with that deep sea mining. Because we're not scientists, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know what's going on. But if they come back and explain to the people what to expect and all that, even though we don't have any say-so, because that's beyond our economic zone, but at least we can understand what's the impact of the deep sea mining.
BOEMS meetings came on the day the governor returned home from 902 discussions in Washington, D.C. and a 3-day military conference in Hawaii that included investors.
So that's the sea part, and then for the land, I think you said something about like the leasing the land, all the...
I'm trying to attract investors now. If you want to come, I have a lot of land. You can lease a whole island and view a resort or whatever,
What would you say to the people who say, you cannot buy our land,
You cannot buy the land. You can lease it for 55 years. But now there's a bill introduced for 99 years. But if you're indigenous, you can buy land.
Okay, so the indigenous people don't have to worry about people taking
No. We're not going to sell those lands for. Even the military, they have to lease those lands.
The 26th annual CNMI High School Mock Trial Competition took place last Thursday and Friday at the United States Federal Courthouse in Saipan. Teams were challenged to argue a mock legal case in front of a real federal judge.
After 2 days of competition, Saipan Southern High School took the Professionalism Award. Third place went to Mount Carmel School, second place to Rhoda's Dr. Rita Hokog Enos Junior Senior High School, and first place to Marianas High School. The Dolphins of MHS will compete in the National Mock Trial Championship in Des Moines, Iowa in May.
Congratulations.
Coming up, the Northern Marianas descendants meet.
And an art exhibit with artists from age 4 to Since Ever Since. More news next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
The new Big Arch sauce is so delicious. You'll wonder if they named the sauce after the burger or the burger after the sauce. The Big Arch, the most McDonald's burger yet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This year, it's not about resolutions, it's about results. Gold's Gym is launching the 2026 Transformation Challenge, a 12-week total transformation. Professional guidance, real accountability, measurable results. Exclusive group training, member-only perks, and a community pushing you forward. And it leads to big rewards, $1,000 cash and a free year at Gold's Gym. Registration open now and the challenge starts January 19th. Gold's Gym 2026, the Transformation Challenge. Put in the work, own the change. Gold's Gym, Garapan. Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is calling on Guam. Guam Adventures at Leo Palace has the perfect mix of thrills and sightseeing this holiday season. Check out the off-road adventure where the trails splash, spin, and roar. And for NMI residents, after your ride, cool off with a free water park pass at Leo Palace Resort and enjoy 20% off lunch because adventure works up an appetite. So whether it's a weekend escape or a layover to remember, make it count with Guam Adventures. Book now and turn your trip into a thrill. And yes, we'll even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
I love Marianas coffee from Join Me for a Cup. I think you would be really happy.
Welcome back. You're watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Most of us have jobs where every day ends at home, but some people have jobs that require them to travel across the world. Welcome to Saipan. There are 1,000,001 career paths available to those of us working for a living. Some of those jobs are far from ordinary. Arriving on Saipan from Guam, Elder Butters.
I'm just a missionary from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Elder Butters often travels between islands.
No, this is I've been back and forth a lot, so I've been here maybe 6 times. It's been a while, yeah.
Did he choose his career, or did his career choose him?
I really like the people here. We get to meet a lot of people. They're really nice, and also it's a beautiful island. So I'm just a missionary. Just go around, try to visit people, try to share the gospel. So.
Another gentleman arriving at Saipan International is also happy with his far from ordinary career.
Can't complain. Been traveling for a couple of days now. Finally got home. Get to see my parents. You know.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Rio Cuellar. Yep.
And you're from what your father told me. You're transiting to the Philippines actually as well, right?
Yeah. Later on in the week, I'm gonna spend a week with my parents, then I'm gonna head over to the Philippines. Enjoy the rest of my vacation.
All right. And you're originally from Saipan?
Yeah, born and raised out here. Grew up in Dandan. Went to elementary, junior high, and high school out here. Yeah, everything. It's nice. It's always nice to come back home, you know, especially see your parents and stuff.
All right. And you're currently residing in the Philippines, yes?
Yes, now, but I work on ships, so I travel a lot anyways.
So you're
Yeah.
on the merchant
Yeah.
marine. And how long have you been in there?
Man, I've been there 16 years now.
16.
Honestly, it's great. It brought me outside of this island and get to explore, man. And it's something different about it, you know? Just go see something else, you know, experience different cultures. Just makes you miss the culture that you have already.
And with the Philippines, where do you reside in the Philippines?
Down in the Bicol region. It's about south of Manila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, south.
Southern
It's
Luzon
yeah, it's nice. It's peaceful, you know, and the culture, the people are inviting, and then you know I just blend in anyway. So
Yeah.
it's always great, you know. I just blend in. Everyone talks to me. I just like Don. Then I ask the translator, "Hey, what did he say?"
Travel, it is said, will enrich your life, and a career path that includes travel can also be a path of fulfillment. But when you arrive home, you will always be welcome back, welcome home, welcome to Saipan.
An organization looking out for the Indigenous people's rights gathered to discuss plans for the present and the future. The Northern Marianas Descent Corporation held a board meeting on the evening of Wednesday, March 4. Vice President Juan Iguel Tenorio says even with nearly 50 years since entering the political union with the United States government through the covenant, our people still question the benefits that truly reach the community.
In sasagini na sinyan mommy, paben ideology taimano, anay sinya itautauta, not ti Marianas, sigun gi covenant, section 806, dan ito ta constitution, article 11 and 12, ni aditin mina, hafahik, gini, gitanota, Saipan, luta, tinian, yan isang katansya na isla.
Tenorio goes on to say that they are working on developing programs that will ensure the Chamorro and Refaloish people receive the full benefits intended under the Covenant and Constitution. At the meeting, their discussion included the reinstatement of their mission, their stance on a Senate legislative initiative, and where they are today as a nonprofit organization.
We established the account back at FDIC. We are up to date with our annual corporation report, as well as our business license, and our balance as at the end of January is $4,761.53.
NMDC Treasurer John Gonzalez says the money they are receiving from public land lessees are earmarked for educational scholarships for NMD students.
Whether it be for NM Tech, technical institutes, vocational apprenticeship, whether it's for community college, or baccalaureate university college, so only NMDs. And also essay scholarships to promote and market NMD, the rights of NMD, the covenant, and whatnot moving forward.
NMDC President Daniel Kitugua says one challenge they are trying to overcome regards the funding provided by the Marianas Public Land Trust.
Currently, the Constitution allows for the income earned from the investment of Marianas Public Land Trust to go directly to the general funds. And the legislature comes in and appropriates that. And that, once that is appropriated, it's no longer the domain of Northern Marianas Descent. Everybody gets benefit out of that, not exclusively for Northern Marianas Descent. So that's one very concrete area in which we need to seriously look at that, because if the Marianas Public Land Trust is intended for Northern Marianas Descent who are beneficiaries of that trust, then we need to amend that section.
BADA Art Cafe exhibits students' work at Crowne Plaza last weekend. On Friday night, Karis Han is the singer and ukulele player, serenading artists and guests as the Crowne Plaza Resort presents works by BADA Art Cafe students aged 4 years old to since ever since. The gallery is circled by works from student artists. Fiona Yu is 11 years old. A lone tree braces against a powerful storm. Sarah Choi is the artist. Palm trees bend to greet the sea. And Melinda Han, age 15. A boy serenades his cat under a moonlit night. Here's Sarah Lee, BADA Art Cafe.
I'm so proud of my student today.
Ayong Lee is 19 years old and a student at Mount Carmel High School. Her work is lucky koi fish, acrylic on canvas.
When I was six years old, I stayed here with my parents, and I went back to Korea after like 4 years. And I came back to Saipan to learn art. I got accepted in a School of Art Institute of Chicago, and my major is art education.
The BADA Art Cafe invites artists of all ages to begin or continue living and exploring a life in art.
Yeah, we equipped all kind of painting, colors, and the canvas, all the equipment. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Coming up in sports, a far from ordinary marathon on the island of Saipan with guests from near and far. Stay tuned.
This year, it's not about resolutions, it's about results. Gold's Gym is launching the 2026 Transformation Challenge, a 12-week total transformation. Professional guidance, real accountability, measurable results. Exclusive group training, member-only perks, and a community pushing you forward. And it leads to big rewards, $1,000 cash and a free year at Gold's Gym. Registration open now, and the challenge starts January 19th. Gold's Gym 2026, the Transformation Challenge. Put in the work, own the change. Gold's Gym, Garapan. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is soaring high at the Hilton, Guam. Guam Adventures invites you to take flight on our zipline adventure, a breathtaking ride where the ocean sparkles below and the island breeze rushes past your face. Glide over tropical gardens, feel the thrill of the drop, and capture that perfect view. This is one experience you'll never forget. Show your CNMI driver's license, and we will even throw in snorkeling at one of the best spots on Guam. Because adventure shouldn't just lift your spirits, it should lift you right off the ground. Book now and take your trip or layover to new heights. We can even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas, sports fans! Neither rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these runners from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. It's Saturday morning, pre-dawn. Let's call it yawn. It's not yet 4 a.m. in the heart of Garapan. 4 races are about to take flight, beginning with the full 26-mile marathon and followed by the half marathon, the 10K, and the 5K races. At this hour, the marathoners are getting ready. Jamaica Tyrone of the Marianas Visitors Authority will be running later in the 5K.
Good morning. We're really happy with the turnout. This year we have over 780 participants, and that's compared to 600 last year. So we're really happy to see everybody bright and early. The weather is expected to be a little rainy today, but right now it's beautiful. So we're hoping for a beautiful and safe run today.
Host Glenn Pollacare mans the microphone for the day.
All right, guys. Once again, we're going to start at 4 a.m. sharp meeting. I need you guys back, please. Don't.
That's Galvin Guerrero. He's running for Congress and a personal best. He campaigns for the start of the race. 780 runners from 15 countries are putting their bodies and their minds to the test. It's 4 a.m., the full marathon.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
And the marathoners are often running into the darkness of the morning. And while they begin their journey across the island, the remaining racers prepare. Here's the South Korean girl with the blue earring.
So hot and so blue.
The anonymous K-pop star.
Welcome to Saipan.
Now the weather, it's tenuous. Rain cannot make up its mind whether to piddle or to pour.
It's perfect. Perfect. I don't like it when it's too hot.
For me, I like rain. I like when it's raining. It's better than having a hot run.
I'm kind of worried about the rain.
We are so lucky today. The weather is nice and cool. It's gonna drizzle a little bit, hopefully not more than a drizzle.
Yes, it did rain. It actually poured. But at 5:15 a.m., Mother Nature decided to cooperate for the start of the half marathon. Far from ordinary is the slogan adopted by MVA for this CNMI 2026 season. And in sync with that promotion, a cacophony of runners/internet influencers arrived from South Korea to help promote, yes, themselves, and to export the beauty of the Marianas to the rest of the world. The 10K runners are preparing for their 6 a.m. start time. Jenny Tan, the CROWNE gem of the Crowne Plaza, is participating though.
No, I am not. I am. Tanya's my cousin, and I'll never keep up with her. But
she's a gazelle.
Yes.
She's not a human.
Yeah, she's not a human. I do this for fun, but I love it.
There are about 250 runners from Korea and around 300 plus from the CNMI. The 5K race features the great gazelle of the Marianas, one Tanya Tan, who will challenge her own personal best. The 5K runners are off and running. Victor Santos sprints to the lead with Tanya Tan gazelling at his heels. And approximately 18 minutes later, the 5K runners are first to finish. Victor Santos crosses the tape with Tanya Tan crossing second. They congratulate each other. The 10K winner from South Korea celebrates as other runners cross the finish line, all exhausted but exhilarated. And in a time of just 2 hours and 45 minutes, marathon winner Hiroki Nakashima crosses the finish line. Neither rain nor heat or glow of sunlight will keep these far from ordinary runners from completion of their appointed rounds.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. You push hard, you move fast, and you want real healthy food that moves with you. At the Gold's Gym Shake Cafe, your fuel is ready when you are. Packed with protein, vitamins, and real fruit, these smoothies keep you strong, satisfied, and unstoppable. Perfect for a quick on-the-go lunch, dinner, or snack. No membership required. Power your day your way at the Shake Cafe inside Gold's Gym, Saipan.
Here's the weather. Wet weather is forecast to continue this evening with a 70% chance of isolated rainfall, very mild breezes, and low temperatures of around 78 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, will be mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of isolated showers with high temperatures of around 83 degrees in the daylight hours, cooling to around 78 degrees at night. Yes, continued high surf advisories and rip current warnings are in effect through tomorrow evening, so please be careful on and in the waters. The sun has set at 6:26 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 6:29 a.m. just in time to continue resting your marathon running limbs, or to continue dreaming about resting your marathon running limbs, even though you didn't run the marathon and definitely never will. But maybe a 5K? Yeah, well, let's sleep on that idea, and I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We'll see you all again on Wednesday.